Okay, so we're back in Lightroom right now and looking at Chapter 6. Let's take a look at this file right here. I'll go to the Develop module. And again, using the adjustment brush, I'm going to do some color balancing here on her veil. So pressing the letter K. And I have the exposure up a little bit. Let me double click on Effect. And that will reset everything to 0 if you double click on Effect. And I'm just going to press my O key here so I can see where I'm going to be painting. I have auto mask. I'm going to turn auto mask on. And also remember that you can work with the flow down here. I'll move the flow back a bit. It's a little less aggressive when I do that. Make my brush a bit smaller. You can use the bracket keys for that, or the wheel on your mouse. Scroll wheel. Okay, so I see that I have a little bit of spillage here outside. I'm going to press the Option key and erase that right there. Okay, pressing the O key, and now come over here to the temperature, and I can warm this up so it's not so blue, and then bring up the exposure a bit. A little bit too much perhaps, but bring that back there. Highlights a bit. Bring that up a bit. A little more texture in the veil. And I'll just paint over here as well. Bring this up. I'll turn off the auto mask with press A. And really I just want to bring the auto mask back in. I only bring the auto mask in when I'm near the edges. Turn it off again, just bring that up. And I'm going to reduce the flow a bit as well. Just for this area up here. Oh, undo that. Didn't work as I wanted it to. It's way down here. Just bring that in, very subtle. Okay, so we'll look at before and after. It could be a bit better. Zoom in on this. I'll bring this panel in here to a bit more, so I can really come in here with the brush. Just fill that in. Turn on the auto mask again, bring the flow back out, and just come along this edge here. See a little bit of edging with the blue. Shoulders are a little tricky. There we go. And I'll zoom back out again. And dismiss this. You might be interested as well with these side bars here. If you right click, you can choose auto show. I usually set it on manual so that I can move that off when I want it to go. Okay, I'll go back to the grid. So that's that file there. I'll open this one up. This next one here. Again, I'm going to choose the adjustment brush, K. Bring exposure up just a little bit. And I'll just paint in here. Let's get this painting in here. Auto mask is on. I may choose to turn that off in a minute. Choosing A, turning it off. Problem with the auto mask is sometimes it picks up the texture edges where you don't want to have turned it off again. Bring my brush down. Helps with the veil. And let me just warm that up a bit here with the, that's a little bit there. Bring the flow up a bit more. Turn off the auto mask. Using the A key. Just paint this in here. Bring my brush up a little bit more. And turn on the A. Auto mask again. That in there. Click the O so I can see where I'm at here with the overlay. A little bit of spillage here, so I'll just come in here with the option to erase. Pressing O again. So there's before and after. And if the adjustment brush, if all of it looks a little bit over the top, you can always close it down, twirl this arrow here, and now you have an amount which will basically allow you to move all the sliders at once, so you can work with that as well. Okay, I'm going to add a new brush. Twirl this one down. Bring exposure up a bit. I'm going to make this a little bit softer. Bring the flow down a bit more here. And I just want to brighten his face a bit. Not too much. Maybe his hand just a bit as well. Just a little subtle suggestion there. So bring this up. This is turning all the brushes off and on so we can see his face a bit more. And I think that looks good.